Terroristic Threats NJ. 2C12-3, Section B. Okay, from time to time I get cases in which a client has been charged of making so-called terroristic threats. The most important thing to evaluate under these cases is the actual facts of the events. The actual statute requires that there be a threat to kill another person with purpose to put him in imminent fear of death under circumstances reasonably causing the victim to believe that the immediacy of the threat and that the likelihood the threat will be carried out, is very real. So there you can see there are a number of defenses just based on what conduct actually did occur. Okay, so how do I usually see this in my practice? It usually comes up in a heated domestic violence dispute in which the husband usually says something really mean to the wife. She says something mean back. Then he says to her, "I'll kill you, you yada, yada, yada." And the question is, was he just mouthing off, or did he really, really mean he was really going to try and kill her? And he had present ability, and it was, there was an immediacy to his conduct, but for some reason, at the brink of it, he just pulled back. Okay, another way it comes up is anywhere there's an explosive anger type of confrontation or dispute between people, or someone just cannot control their anger and they say things and do things that really no reasonable person would do under any circumstances. I've seen that quite a few times. Now, if convicted, what is the consequence? This is a third-degree crime usually, unless under certain other types of conduct under Section A, which I'll develop in another video, subsequent video. It can be a second degree. Third degree means, what's your exposure? Your exposure, if convicted, is a fine of up to $15,000, minimum 3 years, maximum 5 years prison, and of course a felony record. Now, if it's the very first offense of any kind, Mr. Gravatt, what are the odds of getting pretrial intervention or something along those lines? Actually, they're not as good as if you had done something that's less violent. Because why? Because the prosecutor's office has discretion as to whether to give you straight probation or insist on prison. And if what you did is very violent and dangerous and scary, there's a higher likelihood that they're going to be leaning towards seeking real jail time if convicted. Okay, Mr. Gravatt, if we retain you, what can you do to help us? Okay, well, I've had quite a few of these cases, and oftentimes there's gaps in, what elements have to be proven and what actually occurred, such that a lot of times I can obtain a downgrade to a less serious charge with no jail time. That's the situation. So if you have been charged with this Section B of terroristic threats because you were in a dispute of some kind and you said things you wish you hadn't have said and did things you wish you hadn't have done, then give me a call. I can probably help you. 732-337-7922. Thank you, and have a nice day.